In a distant valley, there lies a peaceful village. The people in the village live a simple life, yet each carries a heavy shackle of their own. Among them is a young man named Eric, whose shackle is particularly burdensome. Eric once had a dream of becoming an outstanding painter. He left his hometown and went to a big city to make a living. However, reality was like a cold and high wall, shattering his dreams into pieces. After countless setbacks and failures, Eric returned to his hometown, feeling disheartened. Back in the village, Eric was immersed in loss and regret every day. He felt that he had achieved nothing. He had not only wasted many years, but also let down his family's expectations. Looking at the paintbrush in his hand, he could no longer muster the enthusiasm for creation. The art that once brought him boundless joy had now become the source of his pain. He isolated himself and refused to communicate with the outside world. The troubles in his heart grew like vines, entwining him tightly and making it hard for him to breathe. One day, Eric met a wise man under an old tree in the village. The wise man saw Eric's pain and gently asked, "Young man, why are you so sad?" Eric smiled bitterly and poured out his experiences and troubles all at once. The wise man listened quietly. Then, he took out an ordinary-looking key from his pocket and handed it to Eric, saying, "Take this key and find the lock that can be opened by it." Eric took the key with doubt. Looking at the wise man's departing back, his heart was full of confusion, but he still decided to follow the wise man's advice. Eric began to search for the lock that matched the key all around the village. He walked through every alley, visited every household, and asked if anyone had seen such a lock. However, day after day, he found nothing. During this process, Eric gradually became tired and frustrated. He started to doubt the wise man's words and even felt that his actions were absurd. But every time he wanted to give up, a voice in his heart told him, "Hold on a little longer." One day, when Eric was helping an old grandmother repair her house, he accidentally triggered a hidden mechanism in the corner. An ancient stone slab slowly rose, revealing a mysterious box. There was a lock on the box, and the key in Eric's hand fit the lock perfectly. The moment he opened the box, a soft light shone out. There were no gold or jewels in the box, but a painting. It was a painting depicting the beautiful scenery of the village in 4 seasons. Every detail in the painting was full of life and vitality, as if telling the beauty of life. Eric stared at the painting blankly. Suddenly, a warm current surged in his heart. He realized that he had been chasing external recognition and the so-called success all along, but had ignored the most precious things around him, life itself. He once thought that only by achieving success in the big city could he be happy and satisfied. But he didn't know that the real liberation was right here in his familiar hometown, in the little details of ordinary life. From then on, Eric picked up the paintbrush again. He no longer created for fame and fortune, but to record the beautiful moments in life. He painted the sunrises and sunsets in the village, the mutual help among neighbors, and the laughter of children in the fields. His paintings were gradually loved by the villagers, and he also found true happiness and contentment in this process. Eric finally understood that the troubles in life are like a lock, and the key to liberation is actually in our own hands all the time. As long as we can let go of the obsessions in our hearts and feel life with our hearts, we can open that lock and gain true liberation.